Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome back to Random Hunts in Monster World. It's currently the 26th of November 2018 as I'm recording this, and I think this is part 50. I'm pretty positive that it's part 50. If it's not, you can wail on me in the comments if you want, which you won't, but you can if I am incorrect about that. But anyway, I suppose that this video is going to serve more or less as an update video because I feel like I've done a lot in the time since I last recorded, because the funny thing is, the previous part of Random Hunts recorded in World was actually recorded the day Kulv came out on PC. I thought it was coming out the next day, because I remember all of the advertising for it, well not necessarily advertising, but you know, people talking about it online were saying that it was going to come on the weekend, and that was on Friday for me, that day, and in the US, that was still Thursday, so it came out on Thursday, even though people were saying it was coming out on the weekend, so God knows what was going on there, obviously miscommunication, but anyway, I did end up fighting a lot of Kulv. I'm not a huge fan of the fight. It's alright, like, I don't have an issue with it, but I'm also not a huge fan of it. The main reason why is because fighting the exact same monster over and over and over again for, I guess, the equivalent to relic weapons is not really my bag. I didn't really like it in 4 Ultimate when I could fight a vast array of different monsters to get relic weapons. I didn't like that as an endgame, and yet I have an even more watered down version of that, where I'm fighting only one specific monster for all of these relic weapons. Sorry guys, I'm not really the type of person to speak positively of World, because I just don't find a lot of positives in it. But that's one big negative for you right there. The fact that fighting that thing over and over again is enough to make me want to put a bullet in my head. But anyway, I was fortunate enough in that I got the Assault Glutton sort of recently. I stopped hunting Kulv a while ago, like I think for the first 3 days that he came out I was hunting him, maybe 4 days. And I was hunting him a lot, and through that I just realized, okay, this is not fun, this is not worthwhile, I don't think that getting the Assault Glutton is worth this kind of crap, so I decided not to continue there. So I had a break for maybe 2 weeks, and the only reason why I got Assault Glutton this time was because the Kulv siege was extended due to some sort of connection errors that people were getting. So Capcom said, alright, well to make you happy we'll extend the period in which you can access the siege. And it is for that reason, and that reason only, that I was able to access the siege when I returned. This is, I think, the day Luna came out, maybe. Could have been the day after, I'm not sure. But, yeah, and I was able to do the siege. I think I did maybe 5, something like that. Maybe 4. And I got the Assault Glutton, so thank God for that. Anyway, I may as well show you what I'm currently running, because I've got a few new sets, not a huge number, but the one I'm currently using is a new set. The ones that are the same as always are the Greatsword, Longsword, Dual Blades and Gunlance sets. I, of course, updated my spread set. It is as follows. It's got the Assault Glutton. It basically incorporates non-elemental boost, because I wasn't able to put non-elemental on my Anjanath heavy bowgun. Getting gassy. How interesting. Or how unusual, I should say. It would be great if I could speak English, but anyway. Basically, this gun is ridiculous, and I'm not really using it too much. This is just if I really want to kill something super quickly. Mainly offline. Maybe online occasionally. It just depends. I don't know. But I haven't used it too much yet. It's very easy to get too greedy with your shots using this gun, so it's very easy to forget how you should be spread gunning when you're using it, because you just get so much damage off within a short period of time that you just forget, oh yeah, I need to sort of evade to get away from the monster. You kind of expect that you'll be able to flinch your way through everything, but it doesn't really work that way. So I've seen a lot of people online with this gun just dying to tempered monsters because they get too greedy and they just die, and it's really stupid because, yeah, while you're doing all this damage to the monster, it doesn't really help if you die twice and then some other person who dies for whatever reason has just failed the quest for us, so yeah. It'd be great if people using the Assault Glutton were A, people who would normally use a bowgun in the first place, and B, had enough brains to realise, hey, you can't just rely 100% on flinches. So, anyway. This is the same. This has not changed as far as I know. I don't know if there was actually a heavy bowgun that could have dropped from Kulve Taroth that is better than the Chrome Assault 2 for non-elemental pierce. There probably was, but I didn't really care. My only goal was to get the Assault Glutton because I knew that it would just mess with my head if I knew all of the good relic weapons that I could have gotten. Because I didn't want to fight that thing any more than I really needed to, and I decided, okay, the one thing that I'm going to get and stop fighting Kulve once I get it is the Assault Glutton, and that's exactly what I did. Anyway, so yeah, I think the Chrome Assault is still pretty decent. By the looks of it, the end attack is 308. It's not incredible, but anyway, it's fine. It does the job. Anyway, so this is my normal light bowgun set. This is a new one. I didn't have a normal set before this point. I would say that it's a pretty good armor set overall. I'm pretty happy with the gun, especially the fact that I can put non-element on the thing, which is very nice. A new set also that I made is the Lance set. The Empress Lance is the only lance that I have at the moment. It is, of course, the Lunastra Lance. It's not fully upgraded yet, it's just the first upgrade of it. I don't have too much Lunastra material, but ironically enough, even after having made this lance, I still have 2 gems, because I was super lucky with gems. I think I carved one randomly at some point, or maybe I got that one in the rewards, I don't know. But then another investigation, a few down the line, I got 2 gems in that one investigation, which is really good. You know, I'm not going to complain about that. But, yeah, awesome. Regardless, I will be making more Lunastra weapons. I just need to kill her a little bit more, and I need to get those tickets. I don't even know where they drop from. But anyway, you can see this is my lance set. It's, you know, normal. It does have Mind's Eye because it is slotted into the weapon here. It's not always going to have Mind's Eye, basically. It's just, with this particular weapon, I can indeed slot that in. I don't know if... I'm pretty sure that's a level 2 decoration, but anyway. So that's about it for my armor sets at the moment. I think, you know, that's worthy of update. And I think I'm going to use the light bowgun set. I may as well show you my guild card as well, you know, it's always good to update you on that. As you can see, I'm currently Hunter rank 101. The very strange thing about that is that I didn't need to complete a quest to continue through Hunter rank 100 and above. I was under the impression that when I got to the end of Hunter rank 900, not 900, just 99, I would need to do a quest so that I could break that Hunter rank cap. But I didn't, which is really, really bizarre. I don't know what's going on with that, because I've heard of that for the longest time, you know, since maybe 6 months ago. And yet, no, probably more than that by now. Back when PS4 was still going and there was no PC version at all, not even a confirmed date. But anyway, as you can see, I have done plenty of investigations, not as many regular quests, normal. Only 2 arena quests. It's a bit funny. But if we continue over to this side, we can see my progress with my weapon types here. Almost done with the bow, getting there with the light bowgun, and really I want to try and get the greatsword up to the end there, because I don't want to touch the greatsword anymore. I'm so sick of it. There's something about it, it's really boring to me in this game. It doesn't excite me at all. The old greatsword just seems so full of life. This one just makes me want to fall asleep, but you know, maybe some of you guys won't be able to get your head around that, because it is in some ways more dynamic as a weapon type compared to the previous versions of it, but I just really don't appreciate it. This is the first time I've actually fought Lunastra with a gun set, so this could end poorly, ladies and gentlemen. I'm quite used to fighting Lunastra with the dual blades. I have to tell you that I have no problems whatsoever with Lunastra as long as I'm using the dual blades, because that level of mobility just makes the fight a complete piece of cake. There's no problem at all when you're using dual blades. But I've never used this weapon type, so we're going to see how that pans out. I really don't know. I need to actually manage my inventory here. Who would have thought? So many times when I'm recording here I just don't do that, but this time I did it. I hope you guys are proud of me. I would have brought armor skins, maybe even combined for mega armor skins. I ended up using them all, but anyway. I did have some mega armor skins before, but I have since run out. But anyway. We've got 30 minutes on this quest, we should be perfectly fine. I didn't actually see the number of feints we've got here. It's 3 feints. Seriously, if we fail this, then we may as well give up, ladies and gentlemen. Just putting my keyboard down because it's nice to have that heavy thing off my off my legs. Because I don't actually... My setup doesn't actually have like a keyboard tray that extends out from the desk. It's just a basic desk in front of me, and I always put my keyboard on my lap. Might sound a bit strange to some people, and it also might sound completely normal to some people. I just don't know. All I can tell you is that for most of my life I've had like a keyboard tray. So, yeah, it's a little bit different. Oh shit, I didn't... No, I did, actually. Fortunately, I had some normal ammunition in my box, so therefore when I restocked everything it... Oh god, come on. You literally only just got in the fight and you're doing this shit. I need to get out of here. You know, basically what you do here is just get the fuck out of there. That does the job. Okay, lots of life pounders, lovely. I found that it's counterproductive to try to dive out of that for the simple reason that regardless you will get pushed back. It doesn't matter what you've done, whether you've dived or what, you will get pushed back. So it's better to get pushed back earlier on and then run, because it's awful otherwise. Get out of there! That fucking tail is awful. I don't want to get touched by that tail. Oh, I need to reload. Who would have thought? Of course, flashing this monster does not work. Oh. What? That worked? She must have been flinched out of the air. I'll go heal up here. As you can see, I'm still getting used to her attack patterns. I feel really bad that I've spent all that time healing like an idiot. Anyway, whatever. Are you flying away? This is a really awful start to the fight for me, because I literally only just got here, and she did the supernova, and then pretty much flew away after that. Pretty awful. But anyway. Heading into the somewhat underground area. I guess it's completely underground, yeah. So, it's a nice little spot here. I don't believe that I've fought her in the... What's this place called again? The Wildspire Wastes or something like that. But anyway, it's just weird. I couldn't really properly... Oh, god damn it. That attack is just so annoying. There's something about it. Bothers the shit out of me. Bothers me a lot less when I'm using dual blades. This entire monster bothers me a lot less when I'm using dual blades, but this shit here, this is a little bit more frustrating. Of course, aiming for the head here, because I am normal gunning. Oh god. What the fuck? Can you just chill out, love? But definitely it is great to see Lunastra in the game again. As far as how I feel about her, I'm really on two sides of the fence at the same time. Not even sitting on the fence, I actually go back and forth between liking her and disliking her. I think overall she's probably pretty good, but I think they went a little bit too far with trying to make her difficult. I think they sort of forgot that it's supposed to be a female version of Teostra on a completely different monster. I think they just went a little bit far with this. It was good that they had a monster that was this challenging in the game. The game needed a monster that was at this level of difficulty. However, I don't think it should have been Lunastra. I think they should have had a different monster. For example, why the hell does a female version of Teostra just suddenly be resistant to flashes? Like, why? You know, that's really silly in my opinion. Then also, the tail is completely different. I think that the obvious reason behind this is that Teostra was not included in a game for 10 years for the simple reason that she was just a Teostra clone. So in this case, they tried to make her as different as possible. And I think that they might have gone a bit too far with that. But anyway. At the same time, I can look at it at face value and say, hey, it's a fun fight. It's a challenge for the first time in the fucking game so far. And, you know, apart from Devil Joe, he gave me a little bit of problems. Not too many. Only the tempered one, to be honest. But, as far as just a regular fight, yeah, I would say this is the first big challenge so far. Just putting down my staples, as they are referred to colloquially in the community. Nice, this should kill her. I didn't put down my bombs because I'm a stingy asshole and I decided that they didn't really need my bombs. And I was indeed correct. Anyway, that was the fastest frickin' Lunastra. For me, personally, because I joined a little bit late. There's another gem. I'm getting really, really lucky with these. That's my 4th so far, and I think I've only killed like 6. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm actually going to have a look and see how many I've killed Can I see my hunter's notes? Yes, I can. That's good. I'll get to show you guys how many Lunastras I've killed. I was right, 6. So, how ridiculous is that? Come on. Would have been nice to get that lucky with some other monsters, but, you know, I'll take it. Lunastra's pretty fun. And her weapons seem pretty good. But anyway. Overall, I would say that the fight is good, but I would have preferred to have the challenge be from a different monster, not Lunastra. I can't help but be a little bit of a traditionalist and think, well, you know, the original Lunastra was indeed like a clone of Teostra, but you could make her more different without going this far, I think. But anyway, so I've got one horn there. Is this a horn? Yes, it is. I've started to do the take all option because at this point I don't really care anymore what I pick up. I'll just have a look and see what I have whenever I need to craft something, I suppose. I just don't care anymore. Anyway, I haven't been playing World as much, especially because of the Kulf Taroth stuff, but after getting the Assault Glutton, I felt like I was freed from some sort of prison of fighting the same monster repeatedly, so now I'm feeling a bit more comfortable in playing the game in general. But anyway, doing this shit again, are we? Trying to get an investigation, it's always the same one, and it's the one that I don't want to do. This is just pretty much this game in a nutshell. Anyway. You're probably thinking, oh, well, if you don't like the investigations, put your own one up, Doomlink. Well, I don't have many. And I'm not a great host anyway, my connection isn't the best. Anyway. I'll see what I have. How about that? Let's see what I've got. So I've got... The thing is, I kind of want to do... I have a lot of 2 players maximum. I don't want to do Kushala. I don't want to do Kushala. Alright, we'll do Vaal. Anyway. This is a 5 feint Vaal Hazak. I mean, seriously. If we fail this one, there is something severely wrong. I have to tell you. But anyway. More than severely wrong. We're talking just dire levels of bad. So, yeah. We should be fine. Long story short. Get some more gunpowder level 3 in case I need normal level 3 shots, which I don't think I will, but you never know. We might be doing fuck all in regards to damage for whatever reason. Who knows? Got this stupid Wingdrake doing bizarre things again. Go ahead and fire an SOS before we do anything else, and then we will go back to the camp. One thing that I have to say about this Wingdrake shit is that it's completely useless. There is no reason why the Wingdrake needs to put you somewhere random when you can just warp to camps anyway. It is probably the single most pointless thing in this very silly game that heavily resembles that of Monster Hunter. But anyway, it's just... I can't believe that they would waste their time with something so completely pointless. But anyway, you know, I understand that they're trying to go back to the logic of how high rank would put you somewhere random. But not only is it occasional in this case, not all the time, but you can just warp to the fucking camp anyway. So you're occasionally inconvenienced to the extent where you need to warp to a camp manually. Oh no, you know, it's nothing like traditional high rank. So it just makes me wonder why they didn't throw out that concept entirely. I mean, we don't need it introduced in such a half-assed manner. Here's Vaal. Just walking in. No one else is joining, but I'll try to get as much damage out as I can while solo. That is not the correct shot type, Doomlink. Please do not use normal level 1. That is not a good idea. I mean, I don't know how bad it is in this game, but I'm sure it's bad. Anyway, Vaal is a complete cakewalk, basically. Not at all a difficult thing. Difficult monster to fight, I should say. He's basically just a dirty Kushala Daora. He's not entirely the same, to be honest. He visually looks like Kushala, but he doesn't really act the same. It's not like comparing Kushala to, say, Elytrion, because they're basically the same monster. I bet some people are going to get really upset that I just said that, but I don't care. They do have a lot of similar movements. This guy's going to be really easy because aiming for his head is not a difficult thing at all. It's painfully easy, in fact. At this point, I may as well just solo the thing, seriously. Now you guys know why I don't SOS myself. Like, I don't fire my own flares. Because I'm a shit host. No one wants to join. Well, it's not like they see my name and go, oh, this guy, he's a shit host. But they probably don't see the quest up. Because I don't know why, but maybe that's how it is, I don't know. Tempted to cancel the flare and just go solo because it's going to be shit for me if I only get one person and no one else joins. I really don't like gunning in this game. Using the bow is really good. I think they did bows a great service in World, but I do not like the way shots travel in this game with the bow guns. It's just complete crap in my opinion, but anyway. They just travel too slowly and... What the fuck was that? Just gonna reload. Come on. That was a good opportunity to use my, what do you call it? My staples, I guess. What is it? Wyvern Fire? Something like that? Wyvern Blast, whatever. I don't really know or care what it's called. As long as you guys know what I'm referring to, it does the job. Yeah, I'm probably going to cancel this flare in a moment. Go, there's the face. That's why if you want to actually break the head of an Elder Dragon, just solo the thing. It's not worth trying to break the head online. It takes way too much time. Don't know if you're actually... Oh. Or whatever, you do that. It's funny, you've got like a... The back of his head is a different shot zone to that of his face. Or hit zone, I should say. It's not specifically shot. I'm sure it's the same when you're using a Blade Master weapon. You can do whatever you need. Oh, come on. I got bitten by that thing. And I got the effluvias. Imagine actually getting effluvia sickness. That would be really, really awful. It's probably something like Ebola, you know. Just a really unpleasant disease. And I've mentioned this before, but we sort of... I guess when we're playing a game, we don't really appreciate what our hunter goes through. It's the same in, like, the Soul series, or really any RPG. Sometimes when you just see your character going through, like, something super, super gross, you don't really think about how gross that would be in real life. I tend to think about that sort of thing. Alright, cancelling my flare, we're just going to solo the rest of this. I hope you guys can forgive me for needing to solo. But, see, this puts me in a bit of a difficult situation. As you know, I like to include in the title of the video whether it's an online or offline random hunts part, but this is a bit half and half. So I don't know if I should say online or offline, but anyway. Not that it really matters, let's be honest, but I don't know. Pretty much aiming for the jaw, not so much the neck region, or back of the head. Damn, my accuracy could have been a little better there. Yeah, so when he goes on his hind legs like that and breathes out, sometimes it's hard to tell if he's going to do that attack or just not do anything, because sometimes he just doesn't do anything, and it's really quite bizarre. Anyway. So watch this. I don't think he's going to do that attack again, but okay, he's not going to do it. He's just doing nothing, I guess. Kind of difficult to aim for his head when he's doing that crap. I'm very lazy in that... Oh god, I didn't mean to dive. Shit, that's going to put me in a bad situation. Yeah, sometimes accidental diving is not good. Guessing you're doing... Yeah, okay. I'm starting to see the telltales for the different moves, I guess. He's a strange creature. When I was first fighting Vaal, one thing that really bothered me about him was that he does a certain... I think one of his flinches makes him look like he's falling asleep. It's like that classic falling asleep animation in the series, but he just does it as a flinch. It's really weird. Anyway, I'll actually put my staples down this time. And I will do the gun melee. Hopefully I can... Shit. Alright, cool. That was the extent to which I could use my staples. Got a material here, as it's referred to. I mean, seriously. Just call it a shiny or something. But no, it's material. Good old Monster Hunter World changing everything. I have to say, that jaw is really gross. Also, the healing cat is quite useful. I like the healing cat for solo play. Maybe some of you guys don't like that. You prefer to have the cat do more damage, but I don't think so. I think I'm doing enough damage myself. I may as well get a bit of support. Seriously. Well, support can be in the form of damage dealing as well, but in this case, I think healing is the best form of support. It's good because you don't have to waste your time healing so much. You can get more damage out simply by getting the cat to heal you. It's the same logic when you're talking about, say, evade extender. You're spending less time evading and more time shooting, so your DPS is overall higher. I think that's a good way to look at it. Falling over again. May as well do one staple. I won't actually melee it this time. I'll just shoot properly. Hopefully I can... whatever. I don't know if that hit the head or not, but... And I haven't actually checked. I think it is correct if I say this, but those explosions do equal damage regardless of where they are. Pretty much the same as barrel bombs. You shit monster. So this is a tempered Vaal now that I think about it. Which is funny because this is why I don't like tempered, you see. Tempered has the same level of health as a normal monster, it's just they do more damage and they're resistant to flashes. I think Hyper was the best form of, I guess, strengthened monster. The worst form being Apex, for the simple reason that Y-stones were a thing. I don't think Apex was bad if you consider that they could exist without Y-stones. But if you have to have Y-stones if it's Apex, regardless, then yes, Apex would be the worst. Even worse than the cop-out, which is tempered. I'm trying to see if the chest is a weak point. I think it is. Yes, it is. That is easier to aim for than the fucking head. Sorry, I haven't really used the gun. I don't know what the shot zones are. I haven't used the gun against Vaal, that is. I think the head might be doing more damage. I don't know if that moment right there, I don't know if that was actually a range-based difference in damage, or that was a shot location difference. Anyway, as you can see, I'm not currently using normal. I don't have gunpowder level 2, unfortunately, so it's time to do normal level 3. I did say that I wouldn't need it, but then I didn't actually realise that oh, that was sort of bad. Anyway, I would speed things up and, you know, use a max potion. Here we go, cat, get me. God, I lingered there for longer than I wanted to because of the cat. But anyway, I think I was saying something before, but I can't remember now. Oh, recoil. That's a thing that exists. Yeah, about that healing business. Check that out. Useful. Oh my god! That was phenomenal. Because I was thinking, I wonder if I can get some use out of that staple, and then that happened. That was very, very nice. I'm very happy to see that. I'm not sure what happened. I don't know if my cat detonated that, or Vaal Hazak detonated that. I really don't know, but that was an excellent finish to the hunt. Worth it, I would say. Anyway. My cat is just dancing around, which is the appropriate reaction to that Vaal death. But anyway, it was about 10 minutes, could have taken less time, but I guess I'm not that great of a hunter, I apologise. Anyway, overall I don't mind normal gunning, but I would like it a lot more if gunning weren't shit in this game. Yeah, so I would say, as a variation to the way in which you can play the game, it's pretty good. It does the job. Keeps things interesting. And it's also reasonably effective if you're accurate with it. That's the thing. Normal is only as effective as you are when it comes to your aim. So, if you have crap aim, yeah, you're not going to do much damage with the gun, but anyway. So we've got tremor resistance and blight resistance. Oh, I was about to say, this is probably my first blight resistance decoration, and I've got 7 in my box, so that's the 8th, I suppose. Anyway, still really bamboozled by the fact that I never needed to do a quest to unlock my Hunter rank cap going into Hunter rank 100. Like that, I know that that existed, but I didn't need to do it. It was really, really bizarre. I don't really understand it, but anyway. Yeah, I am indeed Gokidan-kun. Thank you. So, we'll just do large monster. I tend to choose the ones that are easiest to complete, really. Ones that are unspecific. Things like complete an investigation, hunt a large monster, hunt anything in this location, you know, things like that. Anyway, I'm going to check my, I don't know if I can call it my farm. What do I call it? Botanical Research Center. What's easier to say? Farm or Botanical Research Center? Like, seriously, fuck off. Anyway, let's go ahead and collect what we've got. Just got a message on my... No, I didn't get a message on my phone. It's just my phone trying to make me log into a Samsung account. I don't have one. And stop pestering me for one, or to get one, every day, multiple times per day. Thank you, phone. But anyway, thank you all for watching. This has been part 50 for my Random Hunts video series in Monster Hunter World this time around. And I don't know where you're going to see me in next. Hopefully a different game to this. Just to keep things varied, of course. Maybe you'll see me in Unite, maybe in Portable Third, maybe Generations Ultimate, who knows. But until then, I will catch you guys later. Bye bye.